everybody, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing a review on the Widow animatronic. Now to start off with, I got her about 2 days ago, and I figured I'd make a review now. So without further ado, let's get into it. So to start off with, let's start with detail. So her dress is just kind of a plain gray dress, nothing crazy. She has this necklace and these kind of flower designs at the end. You can't really see them, but that's about it. Honestly, that's probably the worst part about her. There's not really a lot of detail on the dress, but I guess there doesn't really need to be. Now, however, moving up, there's actually a lot of detail. So as you can see, the mouth over here has a lot of detail. The sculpt in general is really good. There's the wound, which looks really cool too. Overall, the whole head is probably the best part of this animatronic in general. Now, for the actual setup, this setup was very annoying, if I'm being honest. Some of the pulls were just weird, and some of the fabric going on was weird. There's obviously the screw and zip ties, but to walk you through the setup, we obviously attach the base. And then the weird thing about this is that the poles have these other bolts supporting them. So I guess that's kind of cool. Then you add the other poles, the hip loops. You add a little like fabric around it to give it more shape, which was pretty hard to get on for me. Then you add the shoulder piece, the chest piece, and then you add the arms, which obviously, since it's Crazy Create, you have to zip tie them and screw them and stuff. And then you add the head and screw in the head. So it was simple for me, just that weird fabric shaper was hard to get on. So but besides that, it's a fairly standard setup. It's nothing too crazy, but it's definitely not the simplest of the year. Now, so for her actual price is $200, but you know, with like shipping and tax and stuff, it's like $250. But if you get a coupon, it's about $200. So it's about $200 either way you look at it, which is more of an acceptable price this year. Is it still overpriced? Yes, but all the props this year are, so you can't really do anything about that. However, you know, considering that there are way more expensive and overpriced props, and this one, in my opinion, is better than some of them, I think this is just worth more the price. Now for actual animation, so I know a lot of people are complaining that she doesn't really have a lot of animation. I know some people say she could go side side, but I kind of like the suddenness of the neck snap. They could add extra animation, but again, I don't know how good it'd look. But in all honesty, the neck snap animation is really, really good. It's really fast. It's basically almost like a jump scare prop, honestly. And it's very fast just in general. Her audio, she just has a laugh and then, you know, the bone crack, and then her head goes back up. Nothing too crazy about the audio. At first, I wasn't the biggest fan of the laugh, but it's fine now, I don't really care. Also, about detail, here are her hands, which, something weird about them. So the outside of the hands obviously look fine. But the inside, the palm is like not really indented a lot, if you see what I mean. So it does look kind of weird, if like it almost looks like it's backwards here. But yeah, that's fine. And overall, her whole shape is kind of weird, but I do think it works. Now for her actual height, she's about 5'5". I think she's about 5'5", which is a pretty standard height, you know, not a 6-footer, but not like super tiny either. So she's still decently tall, and you know, she's still pretty big overall. Now for other things, I guess, for the actual quality of this animatronic, obviously it's Crazy Create, so we all know it's not going to be the best quality. The poles themselves honestly aren't that good metal. They're kind of cheap. However, I think like the face quality is very good. I don't know if the motor quality is good or not. I guess, you know, we'll just have to see in years to come. Her hair feels like normal. animatronic hair, nothing there. Our clothes, once again, are just not really too like expensive, but not super cheap either. Now for the actual box of the prop, let's get to that. Now for the actual box of this prop, it's really quite small. Here's my hand for comparison. Like all the other boxes here, they're really small, which is good and bad. It's good because it's really easy and compact for storage. It's just bad because it's harder to put away, you know. So here it is, the Widow neck snap sideways for spine tingling chill. Laughs and screams in hysterics and stands. Actually, it's 5 foot 8 inches tall, so it doesn't really seem like 5'8", but or 5 foot 8 inches tall, but I don't know. Anyways, here are some of the sides of it. The Widow, as you can see there, she obviously has her story on the back, and then she has the other sides, or just the one on that side. Now, something interesting about her unboxing is that there's a typo. So you'll have a box that says the window instead of the Widow. And this isn't just on mine, this is on every Widow animatronic, so that's not good. But it's just kind of funny. I'm just saving that box. Here, let me actually grab it real quick. As you can see, this clearly says the window. And this is on every model, so good job, Spirit. You did a pretty big typo. My guess is that when they're typing it, like auto-corrected, and I guess they never noticed, but it's just something we can laugh at, and that's kind of funny overall. Now, I guess other things about the Widow is that I think this necklace is really quite cool. It's kind of like a magnifying glass on one side, clear on the other. But yeah, like that's the only thing on her clothes, which kind of sucks. But let me get a better look at kind of the spine detail. Really awesome, as you can see there. Something kind of is that I wouldn't tie the color too tight, since her neck snapping animation is pretty fast. Which, you know, it was way faster than I thought. In the demo video, it wasn't super fast. Maybe on this camera, it might not even look super fast, but it's quite fast in person. All right, and overall, that's the Widow. So I guess my final thoughts for this prop. Very cool, very creepy. In my opinion, the creepiest prop of the year. Sucks that's online only, but you can go ahead and buy her in the link in the description. But yeah, you can't find her in stores. She is online only, which once again does kind of suck since you have to pay for shipping and stuff. So there's no way you get this thing in stores. But overall review on the Widow, I give her a solid 8.5 out of 10. Very, very good, creepy, terrifying prop. So without further ado, let's get to the demo.